see the screenshot, it says 444. It'll remove from the screen momentarily, but I had to show that that was standing out very strong. You may have been seeing 444, or you will see 444. It'll just kind of come to you over the next few days. What I'm about to relay is a love reading, but in relation to career, money, and home. It is a very clear and very common message that is strongly coming through from your spirit guides. So it is a collective reading because most people are going to be able to relate because this was their scenario. First of all, the good news is the energy is gaining momentum. There's a lot of speed and momentum that is building up here. What happened is there was an ending or a perceived pause or delay of some form in the love area and maybe even in the career area. And I feel like it affected it, meaning like the bottom line point of this reading is someone did not feel ready yet to commit to love because of what was going on in their career, money, and home situation. It could be you, it could be the other person, maybe it was both of you. Essentially, somebody's been working very hard to build a foundation, to earn a lot of money, and hopefully one day want to buy a home. And communication is key, storyteller, feeling the world. The issue is this person felt the weight of the world on their shoulders, so they didn't transparently communicate. Now they're having an awakening and they want a rebirth. They've gone through the journey of a spiritual awakening. They're very sensitive, actually, and an empath, and we got a win-win outcome as forecast here. So see how there's so much money, career, and home in the love reading because something about the career, money, and home kind of got in the way. It's one of those scenarios where someone could have said and done more, but they didn't because they were still trying to build their career or buy a home or just save money. They're basically earning money. There was a lot about wanting to be a provider for themselves, for their loved ones. And so they just, and plus the bottom line is this happened for a reason. It was meant to happen this way, to have an awakening, to have a spiritual awakening, to better understand. Both of you were meant to better understand yourselves, what you need and want, how you feel and think, what you think about the world, how awoken you are, how you feel about spirituality. That's why these things haven't been communicated yet. So when I asked specifically about the communication part of this, we got inexperience and romantic love. The scenario was this person felt it was basically an innocent mistake, meaning they didn't either have the life experience or the wisdom to communicate clearly the way that they would have liked to have, or even currently. Like currently they want to, and they're like, well, am I more experienced now? Inexperienced, it's like I'm getting the energy of an innocent mistake or out of naivete, or however you want to say it. See, we got a rebirth here. We got a rebirth, the death and the rebirth. And then we got mastery along with the inexperience. So that's the issue, is it ended due to inexperience and it's going to rebirth due to mastery. Perhaps this person felt like they were inexperienced in their career and they needed to master their career. It's like they just weren't ready yet, bottom line. Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, career-wise. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If you know better, you would do better. But now they know better. But it's not wrong or bad that it happened this way. It had to happen this way. That's called the journey of life. You get born as a baby and then you grow up and you're inexperienced until you have experiences and then you become experienced. So it's okay because in this process, there's been an awakening. There's been a realization. There's been an understanding. And now both of you are far more wiser and ready than ever before. With the Ten of Pentacles here, this is a lot about work and money, receiving, providing, equal give and take, feeling the weight of the world. This is somebody that's very empathic, very spiritual, having their own awakening, their own version of it. And they wanted a family, a home, a house, a life, the whole thing. And they wanted not to settle for less. Like they wanted to really do well, and they will, and they are. And I feel like this is all about riding the wave, trusting the emotions. The energy is gaining momentum. A win-win outcome is forecast here. This rebirth is happening. And this, the clarity that came through when I asked about communication and the storyteller. This is all how it affected the romantic love journey. And it's really common. It's really common, especially for masculines, because they feel the need to be a provider. But even the feminines. And we got change your tune, intuition. When it comes to love, Spirit is saying, change your attitude. Or maybe you have been, or maybe they need to. Someone needed to. Trust your intuition. This is why it ended, is there was an inexperience. Again, it's like somebody just didn't know better on how to handle it better. They didn't feel prepared. They didn't feel ready. And if they could do it all over again, they would do things differently. They've had an awakening to access their intuition so that they can better communicate what they're feeling and thinking and tell their story. This is a situation where the rebirth needs to happen to get on common ground because, and it will, by the way, if I haven't said that enough already, because there's still just so much left unsaid. There's still so much left unsaid here. So I pulled aside the water. I feel like that's the emotions. Go with the flow, ride the wave. And also with change to the tune, I wanted clarity. And they said, rest and relax. This person's feeling down and defeated. They feel lonely and alone, unimportant, insignificant, and worried about money. And they need to relax. They just needed to heal. So it's all good.